Welcome to Nature's Neighbor on AM 1230 KPRL. Nature's Neighbor. We're live and local and all about living sustainably right here on the Central Coast.
Good afternoon, Central Coast. Good afternoon to everyone out there. I am your host, Melanie Blankenship, sitting in the KPRL studio with our boy, Chad Stevens, and all my girls, Savannah, Jessie, and Jillian in here for backup. It's all about getting ready for the fair. So I needed backup, and so we are all here today to do the radio show as well as off to the fair after the show and get prepared and get set up and ready for the next several days of what kind of weather are we having? This is not fair weather. This is exciting but kind of humid out there, but there is a good potential chance of rain. I looked at the radar right before we walked into the studio here, and it's raining offshore. I know. We're all in the studio crossing our fingers. I would do anything to just get a nice, good rain to settle the dust and make animals happy and more comfortable. I could really do without the thunderstorms and lightning. That's a little nervous for how dry it is out there. But you know what? We'll take it as it comes, and we'll make do with what we have, and we will figure this out. We'll just keep rolling, as how all of us farmers continuously, you sit here and scratch your head and go, okay, what next curveball is getting thrown at me? But one of these days, the ball will get hit, and it will go out of the park, is how we all wish for, hopeful in this farming world, because you never know what you're going to wake up to the last couple of days. I mean, the last couple of days I was not too comfortable with 100-plus degrees, and animals were struggling with finding shade, and we're continuously managing and operating and moving and cleaning and trying to keep things cool as much as we can. So today is just a true blessing to be able to have a cooling off period, and again, cross all of our fingers and hope for something, because we'll take anything we can get at this point. So, you have any questions that are pertaining to food, farming, family, and home right here, always be in the Central Coast of California, give me a call, 238-5775, 238-KPRL. And guess what? You want to ask me questions in person and you're at the Mid-State Fair, come and visit me. I will be in Building 2 right next to the Idler's Kitchen. We will also be helping out with some chef demonstrations that will be going on in the Idler's Kitchen. Chef demonstrations start about 6 o'clock every evening, and there'll be chairs and everything for you to come sit and relax and enjoy the chef demonstration. And then also we'll always have, right next to my booth, we'll have the featured farmer of the day. We have several different farmers coming in and displaying their products, coming and talking about what's coming. This is one thing I love about my store, and to be able to continuously keep it at a level in which it is. And sometimes when I get too bogged down in office work and too much paperwork and I have to pay attention, so I have to go lock myself in the office, this is what I miss. I miss that communication and that conversation with my customers or potential customers or people that are trying to do it themselves, create a resilience so we can do it within our system. Realistically, how do farmers know what to grow? How do farmers know what motivates their consumer without that conversation? And that's where, farmers markets have always been the benefit on the contact with your consumer, the farmer direct to consumer. And that's what I love about my stores is what motivates the consumer first to then entice the grower to then plant it, harvest it, tend it, care for it. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to at the fair is, last year and the year before, I got so many ideas, and yes, I am that person that my mind is continuously spinning and I have a ton of ideas, but it takes a motivator to follow through and to get these ideas going, and it takes all of you guys who want to eat local, live local, act local, to stimulate us growers who can to continuously do this. And so, it's always wonderful to hear, constructive criticism as well as the compliments, and knowing that people are still interested in what we do. So come and join us down at the fair and share what you're doing in your garden, what maybe problems you're having in the garden. Let's get better together as a community. And, not a better place is the fair. I mean, that's what the fair is all about, is in celebration of local agriculture. So let's make the fair for what it is and enjoy it. Plus, I mean, yes, you can go down there and have good food and good drink. No, I'm not referring to the corn dogs. Although my children are, I don't let them have it all the rest of the year so they can have one at the fair and enjoy it. But, there's people like us who will be there selling, fresh harvested goods from lemon cucumbers to seasonal fruit. Just got told that I'm going to have Black Mission as well as brown turkey figs that we'll be bringing to the fair, just picked that morning before we get to the fair. And so we're going to have a lot of things like that. Melons, we can sell half melons, whole melons, and so on and so forth. But I've also paired up with Allie from 15C Wine Bar, who's right there in Mission Plaza. She's going to be serving fruit salads with all of our fruit, and then they do like cheese plates, and they do their sandwiches, and all their fresh ingredients like the tomatoes and all the goods that go into their sandwiches come from us. So I bring it to the fair. They're right there in the kitchen making it all up, so you can walk there, get a good drink, a good glass of wine or a good glass of bubbles or a good beer, and have some fruit salad with that has come right from Nature's Touch right there. Or then after that, you can come to Nature's Touch right inside the building, grab a couple things and take it home and enjoy it. Or even for all the fair animal people, families that are down there, know that I'm there to help bring in good food for you. So come and enjoy it with us right there at the fair. So, and also too, if you want a sandwich or a salad made, know that I have to do that at the store. So you got to give me a little bit in advance. We'll make it at the store and bring it down. Green drinks, juice, fresh juice, whatever you need, when you need it. Just we need a little bit in advancement just to make sure that we are compliant and doing it right, and we will have it all there. I'm looking forward to the fair. It feels like it came really, really fast this year, and although this year has been, I still feel like it should be February, but it is July, and it's just going by too fast. So exciting that we're all planning the fair. There's, so much that goes into it. We started planning this back in October, and I was just saying yesterday, how come it's always easier to plan and think about the fair in October than it is in July? But it's come so fast, and here we are. So come join us, and let's talk a little bit about seasonal food and a couple other things that I need to get out there, because this last Monday, I sit on the ALAB board, Agricultural Liaison Advisory Board for the County Board of Supervisors, and we meet once a month, the first Monday of every month. I sit in the seat to represent District 1, and although there's a lot on our plate, but we got the proposal for the water offset program that is, out there for review. If there's any possibility that any of you guys could go to they just started doing these, proposals and how they're going to have it set out. When the RCD goes and does this presentation, I recommend anybody in this county to go and listen to it and share your, insight on it. There's your advisory boards like TAG, Templeton Area Advisory Board. There's one in Creston. I know that they're going to start proposing these presentations to all of these advisory boards. So I recommend everyone get out there and listen for it directly. If it affects all of us that live here in this community, please, please, please get active, get involved, and listen. But the one other thing, I want to hear from you guys on this, because here we are on a live radio station, live radio show. KPRL is awesome for getting the news out there. But we, as the ALAB board, have just gotten proposed to figure out how the ag community wants to deal with the potential for a water wasting ordinance, not wastewater, water wasting ordinance. The way that it was kind of proposed is there's been several complaints by neighbors, and the county feels that we need to address wasting water in this community, in the ag world. And so that's been proposed to us to figure out the wording. How do we need to address this? I posted some stuff on Facebook, information on how water is managed, dealt, regulated, and, the right to farm ordinance throughout the state of California. I put all that stuff on our Facebook page. But I want to hear from area District 1 people. You can email me, naturestouch@sbcglobal.net. Call us here live on the radio station. Come to the fair. Come to